Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kat Stickler claps back at critics over Jason Tartick split. Bachelor Nation star Jason Tartick and TikTok sensation Kat Stickler announced their breakup this week. She clapped back at critics over the split. Keep reading to find out why people were upset. Kat Stickler is a popular TikTok star with 10.4 million followers and over 658.9 million likes on her videos. She initially gained fame through her comedic content on social media. Kat's content now often features her daughter, MK, who she shares custody of with her ex. One TikTok video over the summer featured MK running to greet Kat's then-boyfriend, Jason Tartick, at an airport. While the video was adorable at the time, people have concerns in hindsight after Jason and Kat split up. Kat Stickler posted a video on various social media platforms addressing the concerns about introducing her daughter, 4, to someone she was only briefly dating. It has come to my attention that some of you are concerned with the fact that I introduced MK to the man I was dating, and that relationship is now no more, she began. The TikTok star explained that she introduced Jason to her daughter as a friend, not as a possible stepfather. She doesn't call anyone dad. She has a dad that is never a point of confusion for her, and I promise you guys, she is ok. Kat Stickler ended the video with an assurance to her followers. I know that every single decision I make is with her best interest at the forefront of my mind, and I can live with that, she said. Bachelor Nation fans took to Reddit to react to Kat's video. Many didn't have problems with her introducing Jason to her daughter. However, Kat using her daughter in her social media content was the main issue. I hear and understand what she's saying, and I imagine it's hard to figure out the dating world as a single parent. But just because you call them mommy's friend doesn't take away from the hurt and instability of having people walk in and out of your daughter's life. It's less about introducing her kid, it's about using those moments for likes. The reunion airport video of MK and Jason went viral, and she's known for doing those types of videos. Divorced mom reunites with daughter after weekend off, emotional. I mean, she profits off her child in videos with these men, so. For me, it's less about introducing boyfriends to her child this quickly, though that's not a great move. It's more about creating content centered around the child plus new boyfriend. I just know too many traumatized kids who were introduced to boyfriend 1234, etc. I have never had an issue with her introducing her daughter to who she is dating, but you can introduce them as a friend like she said. My main issue with Kat and other family influencers is it is gross to use your young children for views and engagement. Kat Stickler is no stranger to the limelight, and as her online presence continues to grow, subdue the voices of critics eager to weigh in on her personal life. The social media star, known for her candid humor and relatable content, has been through her fair share of public scrutiny. However, nothing quite prepared her for the whirlwind of rumors and judgments that followed her highly publicized breakup with Jason Tartick. It all started with subtle shifts, less couple content, fewer affectionate shoutouts, and a noticeable distance in their online interactions. Fans, ever vigilant and invested in their favorite social media love stories, quickly noticed that something was off. Soon after, news broke of their split, and the internet went into a frenzy. The couple, once seen as a power duo in the influencer world, had called it quits, and the speculation began. At first, Kat remained silent, allowing the gossip to swirl as she focused on herself and her daughter. But as days turned into weeks, the barrage of negative comments grew louder. The narrative was being twisted in ways that cast her as the villain, a role she neither wanted nor deserved. Fans, critics, and even some media outlets started pointing fingers, blaming her for the breakup, questioning her character, and even speculating about her motives. The criticism stung, but Kat wasn't one to back down. One fateful evening, after receiving yet another slew of hurtful comments, Kat had enough. She decided it was time to speak up, to set the record straight, and to reclaim her voice amidst the noise. In true Kat Stickler fashion, she didn't just release a dry, formal statement. Instead, she used her platform the way she always had, authentically, with humor and grace. Taking to Instagram Live, she addressed her audience, her face calm but determined. She began by acknowledging the breakup and expressing gratitude for those who had supported her during such a challenging time. "It's been rough, no doubt about it," she admitted, her voice steady but raw with emotion. "Breakups are never easy, especially when they're public, and I've been trying to handle this with as much dignity and respect as possible." Then, with a deep breath, she addressed the critics head-on. "But there's something I need to get off my chest," she continued, her tone firming. "I've seen all the comments, the messages, the speculations, and I just want to say, you don't know the whole story." Kat went on to explain that breakups are never as black and white as people want them to be. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people don't see. You guys see a snapshot, a moment in time, and sometimes that's not enough to understand the full picture. Jason and I had our reasons, personal reasons, and it's not fair to place blame on one person when a relationship ends. She paused for a moment, letting her words sink in before continuing. "Relationships are hard work, and sometimes, despite how much you care about someone, things just don't work out. That doesn't make either person the bad guy. It just means it wasn't meant to be." Her message wasn't just about defending herself, though. Kat used this moment as an opportunity to talk about the broader issue of public perception and the way people, especially women, are often unfairly judged when relationships fail. "I've seen so many women get torn apart online after a breakup, like it's always their fault," she said, her frustration evident. "We've got to stop doing that to each other. We've got to stop assuming and start supporting." Kat's words resonated deeply with her audience. The live chat, once filled with prying questions and gossip, quickly turned supportive, with fans praising her for her bravery and openness. It was clear that her message had struck a chord. But Kat wasn't done yet. She took a moment to address another common criticism that had been circulating: the idea that she was using her platform and her breakup for attention. With a smile that was equal parts amused and exasperated, she shook her head. "Listen, I didn't sign up for social media to have my personal life dissected," she said. "I started sharing my life because I love connecting with people, making them laugh, and just being real. And guess what? Breakups are a part of real life. It's messy, it's painful, but it's also something we all go through." She went on to explain that being vulnerable and sharing her struggles wasn't about seeking sympathy or attention, but about normalizing the ups and downs that everyone experiences. "I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be. But I've always promised to be real with you guys, and that's what I'm doing now. If you think that's attention-seeking, then maybe social media isn't for you." By the time she wrapped up her live, Kat had made it clear that she wasn't going to let the negativity dictate her narrative. She thanked her fans once again, reminding them that, despite the hardships, she was grateful for the love and support that many had shown her. As the live ended, the tone of the conversation surrounding her began to shift. People who had once been quick to criticize were now defending her, realizing that they had only seen one side of the story. Kat's ability to handle the situation with grace, humor, and vulnerability had turned the tide in her favor. In the days that followed, Kat continued to focus on herself, her daughter, and her career. She didn't shy away from addressing her personal life, but she also didn't let it define her. She returned to creating the content that her followers loved: funny, relatable, and unapologetically real. Kat Stickler's clapback wasn't just a defense against the critics. It was a reminder that at the end of the day, we're all just human, doing our best to navigate the messy, complicated world of relationships and life. And if there's one thing Kat has taught her fans, it's that you don't need to apologize for being real, even when life gets tough.